Hello. Keep it as short as I can because I don't know anything about it. But so we've got so in the summer I brought a new service in, and it comes through acquisition of Tapestry, who are renowned for their photographic and exhibition gallery display work. And we took them staff and the machines. And unfortunately, the guy who would normally talk about it has got some sort of significant personal problems, so I'm doing it. So you can't ask any questions, Pete, whether Pete's gone, because I'm not going to know the answer. But I'm going to try my best. So traditionally, our printing here is, your traditional your dots. When you look at under an eyeglass, our print, or any print really, you're going to see dots. Everything's made up of dots. That's how it is. Especially as well as in the wide format area, it's inkjet, it's dots. The significant difference with the photographic technology we've now got in-house, and one of only a very small handful of companies in central London, is that it doesn't use dots. That's the thing I've got to stress before I go on about it first. So this is photographic printing. It's laser and it's chemistry. It's processed to come up with a photo. It's actual photo printing. But we can go in quite large images, so we put that one up today to give you an idea. It's exceptionally high res because it is a photo. It is genuinely a photo. I'm going to pass some of those around so you can have a look at them. And you won't be able to see, I shouldn't be able to see the dots. Hope you don't. They've got some traditional markets, and the reason we've got pictures like these is because actually the most used market for Lambda is cosmetics. So when you go into a display, you go into Boots and they've got a L'Oreal stand or something like that, or that's not a good idea, is it? But whatever, cosmetic, Clarins. So you see that and it'll be backlit like that, and because a lot of them are skin tones. And the reason for that is because it doesn't use dots. You get a thing called a continuous tone. If anyone know about this, I'm going to sound like I'm teaching suck eggs, but it's new to me relatively. But it's continuous tone. So what you get is you don't get bands in the ink. So if you've ever seen print, and you can get some banding sometimes, especially in solids, things like that. But in a skin tone, which is really important, you get sort of vivid skin tones without the banding, and you get it's exceptionally high res. So you always see that in those kind of places, which is why I was going to pass some of these around to give you an idea. Obviously, you can print any kind of image you want, really, with the high res. I'll pass that back. There you go. And I invite you to come up here. We're going to turn this light box on, and we're going to get some eyeglasses out, which I can't find at the moment. But you can have a look under an eyeglass and see what kind of resolution that is. It's having some really good traction. So the idea of what we're trying to provide in central London now is we're trying to provide like a combined service. It's fairly unique, if not unique now, if I'm honest. So we've got the indigo area downstairs. We're producing a lot of marketing materials, which has always been our sort of default market. We come from that. That's 30 years in that sort of in that digital market. But in the recent years, what we've done is we've invested in wide format, which we'll show you around when we go down go through the factory. We've got a bindery now, which Chris has given you an overview of, which we'll show you again when we go downstairs. And really, a few months ago, to bring in Tapestry and a photo printing, we think is a complementary service. So to give you an idea of where people are using it, in addition to display, we've got photographers who are using it for their own artwork or galleries. We've got galleries who are using it to produce that kind of work, archival printing, so it lasts 100 years, all that kind of stuff. In addition now, we're trying to find areas that people might not have used it. So we've got one customer who's using the Lambda produced the dust jacket on a book. We're case binding it downstairs in the bindery, and we're printing the text on the indigo. So we're trying to bring those combinations to provide something that's fairly unique and has a lot of impact, which that printing will do. We'll go around and we'll see that machine. It does work in a darkroom environment because that is the traditional photo area. So we've got all that going on, which we'll show you. But we are going to turn the lights on because otherwise we'll all fall over, and have a look around that room. And we'll open the machine up as well and have a look at the lasers, because it uses lasers to image onto the paper, and it uses chemicals to post-process. So again, Pete, don't ask me anything because that's as much as I know about that area. No.
What stocks does it print on, mate?
Yeah, okay, that's a good point. Good question. It's like you've been planted, isn't it? It's got 5 main stocks that we're using. So you've got a clear material, which we don't tend to use as much, which some of the samples aren't printed on that, we don't do that as much. But you've got clear material, you've got a backlit material. Like I said, backlit is the really traditional market for the Lambda. We've got a matte material and a gloss material, so it's like your traditional photos, and we've also got the metallic material, which is really got like a shine to the back of it, and it can give a bit more metallic look through the image. But generally people are using matte and gloss or the backlit, like I said, so that's hence why we've got the backlit samples up, and you'll see more as you go through, like the image of the Tron, all that kind of stuff. Before we go through, I will kind of explain what's going on here. So we've got the ground floor and the basement, and like Lawrence has been going 30 years, and there's a lot of work down there at the moment, and a lot of sensitive nature. So we ask him we don't take photos when we go down there. We get loads of trouble if we did that. So that's going on down there. But what we'll do, we'll go through, we'll look at the large format. We're going to do it as one tour, actually, Lawrence. We thought we might as well do it as one tour, yeah. So we're going to do one tour, take you all through, and we're going to try and give examples as we go. Because what we're trying to create in this place at the moment is we're trying to give you an idea. You want to come and see us. We've got samples along the back. We run it as like an open house. So whenever you want to come in and talk to us or have a look at something, come and see us, drop in, get a drink. You can help yourself to beer if you want, but people don't generally. But look at samples, we've got paper samples, things like that, come and see us, and look at what other people have done and give you some inspiration, because these things are quite hard to sell on the internet or on an email campaign. We want to sort of invite you to come in and see us. So, so as you walk around, you'll see, we've done things like print on this thick board for the bird. We've got Diabond there, wallpaper on the back. We're printing on doors and perspex, and we've tried to make it almost like a demo centre as you walk around. So I will explain it as we go. So what we'll do is we'll just take 5 minutes now, we're going to run ahead and get some things set up for you, so we're going to have some demonstrations going as we go. Just have 5 minutes, have a drink and something to eat, and then we'll grab you all and take you around the factory. Okay? All right then.